So, last video I talked about my Friday was going to be messed up. So, I basically to get to the hazmat disposal site from my home city. I barely have enough time to get back. Well, they have me go to a city it's about 2.5, 3 hours away to load and then shoot back up there to deliver. So the idea was to get there at 11. Well, I knew Wednesday wouldn't have the hours to do this. So I tried to preload and grab it Thursday, but the load assignment I had for Thursday took up too much time to do. Now, I wasn't about to offer up me jumping in a sleeper truck because once I do that, they'll be thinking all kinds of ways to screw me over. So, kept it to myself. So I already knew sleeping out in a hotel. I just didn't tell the office that. For some reason, they didn't calculate that in any of their planning. So, packed my CPAP machine and went out Friday. So I got there, my plan was 11, but I ended up not getting there till 11:30. Originally I was told just drop a hook and I have to back it in a spot. Seems simple, right? You get down there and it turns into me having to tarp the trailer. Of course I gotta plaque it. But first you gotta drop the trailer I got, go to the other side of the place, grab that trailer, bring that back over, rehook to the previous trailer, turn the truck around, back up this alleyway, and go in this canopy, but you gotta have it just right because there's a building right in front of it. So you gotta get that angle started and completed so you're in front of the truck. So I did all that, but on top of that, I gotta untarp the trailer. So that's great. And then, I had to tarp the other one. So I didn't get done till an hour, then I had to take a break. So I was there for an hour and a half. So now it's like 12:30. It takes about a little over 6 hours to get to the disposal site. So I took my break, and I even went on the toll road. My appointment was at 5:20. About 6:30, I get a phone call from the puppet master of dispatch. Starting to lose his mind. It's late. It's like, well, I'm 10 minutes away. Didn't tell him I was going to be staying in a hotel. So I get there 6:30, and I'm there for 2 hours, which I always wait about 2 hours up there for whatever reason. Went to go dump it, and it's KO61, by the way, and it's like stuck in the nose of my dump trailer. So I had to fight with that, and eventually it came out, but there's some stuck in the nose. Like the liner wasn't in place or something, I don't know. Not my problem. It's not my load to do. I covered for someone else, I guess. So, poked my head, seen there's stuff on the ground. It's like, well, that's awesome. So I left. At this time, I'm at 9 hours of driving I've used. It takes three and a half to get back home. So I decided to go to a hotel at that point. So I get to the hotel, and that was a very interesting experience. I pull in the driveway, and normally the way they got it, well, most of them, you get enough room where you can kind of drive around a lot. Well, go in the driveway, make a right. And it's kind of circling. I was actually going to park the truck on the driveway part, and I go make the turn, and there's 3 vehicles not in the parking spot. They're in the spot of traffic. And one has a flat steer tire. And it has a tire on the roof with a rim on the roof, and the pickup truck is filled with nothing but empty beer bottles. Like they're collecting them to turn into a recycling center. I don't know. Filled to the brim, bed, passenger seat, and towards the back is a cooking area, and there was some foreigners over there. So I thought that was interesting. And at this point, I realized, well, because I was gonna check different lots to see which one I liked better. Apparently, I was stuck there. So I was like, well, that's great. So grab my stuff, walk in the building, and get a hotel room. Go up there and start watch TV, and no remote. So I was like, well, I could watch without it. But then I was like, well, what if they try to charge me for missing a remote? So then I had to go call for a remote. And that was pretty much it for the night. Lady seemed really, really apologetic on everything. I guess business is slow. So next morning, I decided to wait till about 10 o'clock because I figured I'm going to have to wait till people leave. And of course, no one left. So I had to go in the grass. I had to do an Austin Powers get out. The back end of the trailer was in their grass, and I was like, oh, that's the only way I'm getting out. And so, three and a half hour drive back. So when it came to paying myself, we have a bill we fill out for any extra things we do. So they got 163-mile deadhead to pick up. They got my receipt and for the hotel for $70. 2 hours of waiting at the disposal site, and which the waiting is usually paid by the shipper, so that ain't too bad. But what I don't understand is how the company made any money, because I did hit it 163 miles to the pickup. I did headed 3 hours. That's like 200 some miles empty back home, which I didn't write a payment for that. I probably should have. I had all the tolls in 2 states. I used an entire tank of fuel, which is, I think I used 101 gallons of fuel. So you multiply that by 4, three. Be generous. I'll say $3 a gallon or $2 a gallon, plus my wages. How do they make any money? So I don't know if I was just there to cover it. I don't know. Very frustrating. I'm seeing this stuff, and it's not looking good. Still got a bunch of laid off drivers. Apparently, the COVID money has run out. So now, if you sit at home, we ain't getting paid. All I've been doing is dump work and sand today. Sand yesterday and sand today. Goddamn cat, get out. Go. Get out of here. You're not calling my computer. So, anyways, there's that. Have a good day. Why are we not? Apparently, he doesn't want to stop recording.